Hey boys and girls, it's really fun to be back with you guys. We have kind of a different week this week. We're not going to be doing like a painting on a mat board or anything. Today we're going to be painting like Dr. Seuss's hat, and we may do a little painting on our clover leaf. But I want to show you something. Your clover leaf is in your bag with all your supplies in it. It's real cool to make. And it's made on cardboard, and it has a little hole at the top. You may have to punch it out right there where the little hole is, because your string goes on it. And it is a good idea to go ahead and put your string in and tie a knot at the top, because when we start putting the clovers on, we want to make sure we get them in the right places so they'll look good on your wreath. Now, you can actually do the clovers where you would like. I just have a little hole right there, and that's just so you can hang it up. Okay? Now, see, I put it right inside there and tied a knot. If you need help, ask your parents. I'm sure they'll help you. You have 4 big clovers today and a lot of little squares, and I'm going to show you what those are for. Your 4 big clovers are to put on your wreath to decorate them, and you may only fit 3 really. I was going to use all 4 of them, but it looks like maybe I should put them up like this, huh? Now, looks like we can use 4. We just are going to have to arrange them different than I thought they would be. Okay, there we go. So I've got sort of 2 at the front and 2 at the back. Now, one picture I saw, someone put them all going around like this. So I think that's a cool idea too. I may just do it like that, okay? So we have 4 clovers. Now look at the back, because all it is adhesive. And you pull it off, okay? Try not to tear it like Miss Terry's about to do. Pull it off, put your little fingernail under the paper, and just pull it. And go easily, because I can see right now it is gonna tear easy. So we're gonna have to be real careful. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one. Now, got it all pulled off. You see that? And the rest is trash. So I'm putting it right up here, okay? And now I'm doing another one on the other side. So I'm gonna pull it off. Now, if you wanna put yours a different way and decorate differently, that's fine. Don't think you have to do exactly what Miss Terry does, okay? You can do things your own way. I'm just showing you a way that it can be made. Okay, this is what I've been thinking about all day when I was gonna do it. I'm like, I just want it to be the best way for them. That's what I think about when I do something. Now, I got number 3, clover. Do y'all know what another name for clover is? It's a shamrock. It's a shamrock. And right now, you can go outside, because spring things are going to start coming up very, very soon, and you can try and find a 4-leaf clover. They're very hard to find, though, let me tell you. I've been out with kids before looking for 4-leaf clovers. It's hard to find one, but they're supposed to mean good luck. But anyway, these are 3-leaf clovers, aren't they? So we're gonna, but a shamrock, boys and girls, is a clover. And just the color green is everything March is about, because March is about new things, like new green things growing in the grass, and new flowers, and new baby kittens, and new baby birds. Now also inside here you have some little squares that look like this, and I was going to tell you to put your glue on back of it, That's what I started to tell you, but you can probably actually, what we want to do with these is just cover up the brown that's showing. So you can put like different ones, and if you need your glue, that's okay, but I just about think we might not need the glue. But just put little squares here, and we'll cover up most of the brown, okay? You see what I'm saying? And I think on your paper, I said if you want to, you can also cover up with your green paintbrush if you want to. Like there's gonna be some little places that won't have any. But the main thing is you're just covering up the brown and making sure that your things are very, very decorated, okay? It doesn't have to be all covered up, just kind of mostly covered up. See how that does? And if it hangs off the top, that's okay too. I wouldn't let it get on top of that cord though. See, they're all different. So they're gonna be real pretty by the time we get all the way around. And I'll just keep going because I just want to see how it looks with them. Okay, so see, we can put them all the way around. And Miss Terry's, whoops, I almost didn't turn it around. But see, it sticks right under your clovers, and your clovers pick up real easy, so that's pretty cool. If you want one underneath, you can, they slide underneath there pretty good too, see? And this might stick to something, so be careful about that. Okay, one more I'm gonna put right here. And you may have some extras. Don't let them be on top of your clover. Put them underneath it. That's so the whole clover shows, okay? There you go, just like that. Now, if you have some little brown showing, if you want to, you can paint those little creases with your green paint. But if you don't, it's okay. If you do, it's okay. But that's what your little wreath is gonna look like, and Mom can hang it up somewhere cool and somewhere special for you, okay? And that's a happy St. Patrick's Day wreath. St. Patrick's Day, guys, is March 17th. And I haven't looked what day that is, but that's pretty cool little St. Patrick's Day craft, isn't it? Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make your hat. Now, on back of your hat, Miss Terry just taped this on, but I'm gonna show you how it goes on, okay? This is a little elastic band, and you pull it through the little hole. Miss B made these holes for you. You might know her from Chatham Library. And you pull them through, and then you go on this side, and then after you paint your hat, you pull this out a little bit, and you can wear your hat around your head because you have a headband to put it on, okay? Now, so I've already got my band on, and we're gonna start just like this one. This is the paper that goes with it, okay? And in class, we're gonna draw this hat, okay? If you are coming to our classes. But I'm gonna get my red, okay? And for this picture, I'm gonna get my bigger paintbrush, okay? This one won't take us very long at all to make because it's, hang on a second, I'm trying to get a bigger brush. Okay, this one won't take us very long at all to make because it's just straight across painting red. But the best thing to do, guys, is paint red across, okay? Straight across, okay? And I'm going back and forth, but even if I go back and forth, I want you to remember something, okay? Don't press down hard, okay? Because if you press hard on your paintbrush, you could bend it forever, okay? So we're not gonna press down hard. We're just gonna barely do it neatly. See? Just like that. See? Now, I'm gonna skip this one. You may go over some white spots like I had. I'm gonna skip that one. It needs to stay white. And I'm gonna go to the next stripe. Okay. Try not to get past the line, okay? You might want to go a little slower than Miss Terry's going. Try not to get past the line. And this will not take very long for you to make, but be neat, okay? This is the Cat in the Hat's hat. And the Cat in the Hat is written by Dr. Seuss. And Dr. Seuss has passed away. He was a really, really old man, but he started writing children's books about 100 years ago. I mean, he's written hundreds of children's books. And you'll always see his little picture with the Cat in the Hat symbol, on all the Dr. Seuss books, okay? But he was a nice man. Guess what? Dr. Seuss didn't have any children of his own. He never had kids, but he said he would entertain yours. Now, that's our hat, and don't wear it until it dries, okay? That's our Dr. Seuss hat. I hope you love it, and I hope you get to wear it. Dr. Seuss's birthday is on March 17th. Okay, now this kind of tells you how to do it, and that is in your pickup bag also. So we made our hat, and we made our clover. Now I've got something more fun than ever. Can y'all see the cookie cutters down here? Now be very careful and let someone help you with this, okay? Because they feel like I just don't want you to cut yourself or anything. I mean, get permission and get a parent's help to let you use these. These are St. Patrick's Day cookie cutters. And you can tell that that is a rainbow. There's a shamrock. Everybody is gonna get one in your bag, okay? There's a small shamrock, a medium one, a rainbow, a circle that goes in the middle of something. Should have figured that out before you got to come. Okay, paintbrush in the water, okay? Now, let's see. We're gonna open up, and you get to have this, okay? This is your Play-Doh to have for keeps, okay? But to take care of Play-Doh, I got green Play-Doh so that you can make things that go with St. Patrick's Day, okay? I'm trying to get it all out. It's kind of hard. You may want to get a grown-up to help you with it, okay? Because it's kind of hard for Miss Terry, too. I think I've about got it, though. Okay, let's see. Yep, about got it. A little bit, tiny bit more. But anyway, what you need to do, if Mom has a cookie roller, like you roll dough with, you may want that. Or you can just do like me and make a super flat pancake with your hands. Okay? Just a pancake with your hands. Mash it all down so you make it kind of flat, because that's how you do your cookie dough. Okay, now I'm going to be putting one of these in your bags when we make bags. Now this is a cookie cutter, so it should make a perfect little picture, okay? So we take it up, and there's a little baby shamrock. See? Now, when you finish with your cookie dough and you finish making everything you want to make, I want to see if this rainbow will fit on it. Okay, if you have other Play-Doh, you can, oops, let me turn it over. If you have other Play-Doh you want to make things with, that's okay too. Okay, if you and your sister both get art bags, or you and your brother, y'all can, I think it's easier to peel off the outside of them if it's something big like this. You know what? This could be a rainbow, but I think it's a horseshoe. Because horseshoe is also a March sign. Because horseshoes are supposed to be good luck. Maybe, I don't know. But there's a horseshoe, and we made a shamrock, and this is our little shamrock. I'm gonna leave it right up here so you guys can see it. I really thought that was a rainbow. It's actually a rainbow. But what I want you to remember are these are just little symbols about March, okay? Little symbols about March. Keep your Play-Doh inside your can and keep your top on it. Even after you make something, please take it up, put it back together. Also, play with it as long as you want to, but put everything back in the can, put the top on it. Don't get any of this on the floor or the carpet. Show your mom that you're really grown up and you know how to keep things clean. If you have any extra pieces like I've got right here that were on the floor or anywhere they shouldn't be, just take it and throw it away, okay? And I will clean up after myself when our little video's over. But I want to show you something, okay? This is a sign for March. And this is how you spell March. Capital M-A-R-C-H. Now, you can paint your sign with your regular colors, with your regular paints. These are acrylic. They're thicker, remember. If you want to, you can paint with these, or you can paint with your watercolors. And I've shown you before, like if you paint with watercolors, it's really, really cool. It's easier for me to paint with watercolors if I use a small brush. Now, this one is rainbow fish, and there are more things in here to paint. One of them got turned backwards, so that's why it looks blank, but it's not really blank. This is a little tulip to draw. Tulips are very popular in the springtime, so in a minute we'll draw a tulip together, okay? And you have a blank place to draw it, so I'll do that in a minute. Now, I'm going to open up my paints, okay? Well, maybe I will. It wasn't even opened, was it? I got a new one. I thought I had an old one. Okay. Now I'm going to open the paints. And you do have a brush inside your paints if you want to use it, okay? You don't have to, though, okay? One of my paints came out. There you go. Now, wet your brush always, because these are called water paint, watercolors, okay? So wet your brush, and like if I just start with yellow, you've got to have plenty of water. So keep wetting your brush a few times, maybe like 3 times, and it's a good idea to keep it in here and mix your paint really good for about 30 seconds, okay? My grandson loves to count, so he would probably count to 30. Now, let's just say I start with the sunshine, okay? And that should be enough paint, but do you see how bright it is? It's because Miss Terry mixed it until it's a bright color. It can be too watery if you don't put enough paint into it, okay? So you can also paint the inside yellow. Let me show you a little trick. Then you could go back and get more water and get some orange and mix it up. Watch Miss Terry. Sometimes I just do things for fun without getting the paints mixed up, okay? Stir it for a minute and just put a little bit on top of here. And that way the sun looks partly red and, partly orange and partly yellow. And if you want to paint the sun rays, you can. But paint your whole sign, take your time and go slow, okay? So it's super nice and neat. This is kind of a fun week. Not too much painting, just whatever you want to paint this week, okay? You'll also have some extra plain sheets if you would like to draw some pictures of your own. Now, when clouds are white like this, I normally just paint them blue and the lighter blue. So I'm going to go right here, mix up some blue for everybody. Now, if you want it lighter, that means don't mix as much, and it means have more water in it. So if you want sort of lighter blue, you see how I'm lighten that up? You can put just a little bit of paint and use more water. Mix it up, not quite as long, and you'll have light blue clouds, because they're raining clouds, aren't they? When your brush dries out, like mine's not dry yet, my goodness. When your brush is completely dried out and no more paint's coming out of it, I think I'm just about ready. You just put it back in the blue, get a little bit more paint, and keep going. If you want to, get a little bit more water on your brush. And it may last till the end. So just a little bit more water. Okay. Wow, it got darker, didn't it? It gets darker quick if you wet it. A little bit in there. Look, maybe I'll just outline that dark part, huh? Just kind of think of your own ways to paint. If I had time to finish this, I would. But it would probably take me about 20 minutes. But I think that's really pretty. But you cannot hang up this picture, or any picture, until you've painted it completely and it's completely dry. So you'll have to sit it over on a table or somewhere high up. Don't hold it up, because water paint, watercolors, they just run all down the paper, okay? Now, I'm gonna draw a tulip. I just started that one for you, but that's one of my favorite pictures. I think it's so cute. And there's a rainbow behind it, so you can do it all different colors. Now, let's see if we can draw a tulip. Okay, let me see, get a pencil. A pencil that works good. Here's a little pencil. Okay, first step. This is like a U, in a lowercase u. So I'm gonna make my U. Now what? Look, I'm gonna make the first petal. I'm gonna come around here and make it like just go around to the bottom, like that. You see how they did that? Third, I'm gonna make another little petal come up around like this. See? Now I'm gonna make a little pointed petal up in the middle, just like that. Now, let's make a long stem. Tulips do have long stems. If you see them planted anywhere, there's certain places they come up every year, and they have a long stem, you can see. And tulips also have long leaves. So they have one that goes up one side, just like that, and one that goes up the other side. And what's really neat about tulips is that they can be painted, they can be colored, either one, but I'm going to get colored out for a minute, okay, because I don't ever get to color. So I'm going to get a green. This is real live green, real green. And I'm going to paint the leaves, just nice and neat. I'm sorry, I'm coloring the leaves. Okay, coloring really looks good when you are neat, okay? When you don't scribble and you don't get out of the lines, coloring can be very pretty. But if you're not scribbling, and if you're not getting out of the lines, you can trace your picture to make it even better if you want to. Okay, now we have a long green stem, and like I said, you can pick any color. There's somewhere in Jonesboro that has tulips like this. I know someone who has a dog named Tulip. Isn't that funny? He's a funny dog too, and a funny person. Is his owner. Now, there's our green stem and our green leaves, and I I just really like purple tulips. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see what happens if I trace it first. What about that? That might be pretty. If you trace it, that means you go over the lines nice and neat and dark. Don't push too far down on your crayon though, because I'm just like you. I have broken them too. But now if you trace it, you can color it a little bit lighter. Don't leave white spots, but you can color it a little bit lighter than we normally do. You see what I'm doing? Just like that. Oh, it's going to be a pretty tulip, and it was so easy to draw. I wish I could remember where I see all those tulips every year. I'll think about it, and maybe I can tell you next week. Somebody has lots of tulips. Okay, so that is how you draw a tulip. And also this week, if you want to do any other drawings, they're all in this little packet. But when you see the tulips come up, we'll finally be getting lots of warm weather. And when you see little frogs chirping, that also means warm weather. And this is a pretty little flower. That's a lily. And lilies are very pretty around Easter time. That's why I put that flower in there for you. And here it says to draw all the fun outdoor activities you like to do. I know my grandson would draw riding a bike. And KJ, my little granddaughter, would love riding her tricycle. And he would probably put four-wheelers and swing sets and all kinds of fun things that we like to do in the springtime. Flying kites, because we have a lot of wind in March, don't we? So anyway, I hope you had fun today, and I hope you enjoy your March little packet with all kinds of surprises in it. And be neat, be careful with these, okay? And everybody will have one, and one free Play-Doh today. So I hope you loved everything that we made today. And I'll see you around wearing your cat and hat, okay? And read a lot of Dr. Seuss books. Bye-bye. See you next week.